Hey guys, Sinza here. Welcome to another Shadowlands beta video. Now in this video I'm going to go over the Covenant specific conduits for Demon Hunter. So we're going to start off with Carrion. The Carrion one makes it so that the Elysian Decree will echo a second sigil 1 second later for 45% damage. Now for people that know about this skill, it's basically another sigil. It's a Carrion sigil, and it activates after 2 seconds, detonating to deal damage, and it shatters up to 3 lesser soul fragments. So that's pretty huge for both specs, because that will let me just go ahead and pull that up real quick. The soul fragments will give you fury back as a havoc, and also heal you. So, and if it's a demon, it's 20% damage, but I haven't seen demons in a while. But it's it's pretty big. So being able to get some of those souls out, extra souls, is pretty big. Now, if this also did souls when it did damage, then it would probably be OP and one of the go-to ones. But I'll go ahead and show it to you. And it's kind of hard to actually see it. You have to look at the thing. So you saw I just did it again, but only the initial 3 came out. And if you look at the, well, you can't see it, but the Elysian Decree hit twice, but it didn't put souls out a second time. So it's basically just a free extra 45% damage version of your ability. So nothing too intense, but again, with the scaling, that could get to be pretty strong. Alright, so for the Vinthere, we have one that doesn't seem that great, even with scaling, is it literally just reduces the cooldown of Sinful Brand by 1 second. So Sinful Brand has a 1 minute cooldown, and it reduces their melee and casting speeds, and it just does damage over 8 seconds. And if you go into Metamorphosis, it'll apply it to all, AoE. But it literally 1 second. Like, this is not worth using at all. I would say if you are a Vinthere Demon Hunter, there is no point in using this. None. Now, if it scales up, which it will still have to scale up fairly high, because with a minute cooldown, it's not that long, but 1 second, no. Now, I feel like 30 seconds would be too much. So, I think maybe if it scales up to about maybe 15 seconds at least, then it could be worth using. But yeah, there's no telling how much it'll scale. But it would have to scale it pretty high for it to be worth it. Baseline, there was no reason to use this. And finally, we come to the Necrolords. Now, Night Fae do not have a specific conduit. I don't know if it's intentional. I noticed that on other classes too. So at least the ones that I've looked at so far. So I don't know if they're going to get one, but currently Night Fae does not have a Covenant-specific conduit. Now, for the Necrolords, we've got Brooding Pool, and it increases the duration of fodder to the flame by 5 seconds. Now, this one, baseline, well, the 155 item level, is actually good, because it normally lasts for 30 seconds, and so then, an extra 5 seconds is still kind of significant, because that creates a pool. This one is, I think, best for the tank. But the attack speed can still be useful for Demon Hunter. But it increases your attack speed by 20% and reduces the damage enemies deal to you by 10% in that pool. And also, Fleshcraft will treat the demon as a powerful enemy. And since it's a demon, the soul should also increase your damage. So I guess for DPS that would be strong. But yeah, increasing that duration, because a 2 minute cooldown, to 35 seconds instead of it being 30 seconds is pretty decent. Would it be the best one to use? I don't know, but it could still be strong. And when it scales up to like 10 to 15, even 20 extra seconds, imagine that, like, or even 30. I doubt it would get that high, but like, you know, increasing it to from 30 seconds to like 50 seconds or even a minute is kind of huge and would be extremely powerful. So that's all for the Covenant specific conduits for Demon Hunter. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching.